fine place to harvest some ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Very well. Speak with me.
Well done, Master. Those Saurians shan't dare approach the village for some time, thanks to your efforts.
One could not have hoped for a gladder outcome.
You've done as I asked, I see. And I must say, you've a fine arm. I couldn't have done better myself. Watching you got me thinking. Mayhap you've the sense to inherit the skill, or perhaps 'tis a little early for such talk. In any event, thanks to the work you've done for us today, the rebuilding efforts ought to proceed apace. And for that, I'm grateful.
A moment long awaited. Outstanding.
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Very well. Speak with me once.
Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead.
There will be other opportunities to lead. For now, let us follow.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am confident and may act independently.
We've a choice of where to go, but how to know the path best traveled?
Let us examine each path carefully before we decide. Harpies, be on your guard. It is weak to fire. Stricken with sleep. How troublesome. Well done.
I watch you roaring flame. I will protect you. That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
I'll combine my magic with yours, that you might cast the spell more quickly.
This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time. We have arrived.
Hail, friend! Many thanks for aiding Ocado. 'Twas a relief to see him return, and none the...
Aye, that it was. The poor sod might not have made it back alive had you not intervened.
Twas a bit too early for him to be sick. We'll be extending his training period.
Speaking of
With any luck, the instructor...
Pray, call upon me again another time. I'll use this chance to commit myself.
Fancy a gander? I find good for sale.
fine place to harvest some ingredients. Here we go again. The prison has been drenched. My curative magics are at your disposal. Halt, if you please. I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself. We have found a material. Well done. Quickly, Arisen, you must regain your footing.
Oh, good lord, they're gonna get me. Son of a bitch. I have to skip to town.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients. shall heal you at once. Hold it, please. These fiends are only truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair. Walking bones! Well done.
Okay. Nope. What's that? Come on, come on. Oh, come on, come on.
One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
After some help. Jesus Christ. Alright.
Oh, what does this say?
Here at the inn, we also offer chain. I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me.
Shall we get some rest then?
Go talk to that guy.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
If there is aught you wish to know of vacations, mayhap I can advise you. 'Tis a vacation for the... I am a fighter myself, and should there come a time when you impress me with your... Very well, there is no... But I shan't take up any more of your time.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Chat, huh?
I'll carefully conserve my strength and endeavor to survive every battle by way of sound strategy and defensive tactics. Shall we discuss tactics now or later?
Tis a pleasure to meet you. If we share our strengths, we can begin.
Okay, so I can have. Okay. So far, 3. I don't know. Cool. Alright. That'll help come down enemies anyways.
Well met. Hope to see you again.
Not buying. That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
Gold is a resource best spent judiciously.
Here at the inn, I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something?
Always a pleasure.
Mayhap I ought to ask around.
Actually, the code is... Come with me. No.
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Good. Then let us...
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
We must not let down our guard.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon. I'll combine my magic with yours, that you might cast the spell more quickly. Avoid flame at any cost, Arisen. You have been doused in oil. I'll hold on to this. After all, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
The Arisen is the lawful ruler of Vermund. So it has always been. To claim the title is to claim the throne. Yet, our kingdom sees many pretenders, and they are not dealt with lightly. Best hope you're not one of them. Regardless, it's well not to invite distrust.
Y'all are following me. That's right. I was making sure.
Yon statue makes for a fine landmark.
Shall we search for a path to lead us to it?
Where? What are you doing? Oh. Yep. There's something to, oh, there's something to fight down there, I guess.
Hold here a moment. I shall bid them open the gate.
Who's that you've brought with you, Watchhead, sir?
An Arisen, by all appearances.
An Arisen? Another pretender, you mean? I see the Sovereign's ascension has done little to stop such charlatans from plying their trade.
'Tis uncertain. This one commands the loyalty of the pawns.
What? Impossible. You know as well as I do that there can be but one Arisen, and he's up in the palace.
I'm well aware of how preposterous the idea is, thank you. However, as I do not believe it my place to rule on such a matter, I will make my report to the capital. If the claim is false, we will be rewarded handsomely for our trouble. If the claim is true, however, who can say? All's been arranged. Come, let... My head will roll with water. An ox cart with...
We have found a material. I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Is everyone all right? More marks of the dragon's fury. It's ram...
Not really. Close. What was Goblin life?
We've got goblins!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. When tarred, be sure to avoid open flame. I knew that I could count upon your strength, Arisen.
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! It might await us on the road ahead.
I grant your weapon a magical boon. Quickly, Arisen, you must regain your footing.
might that be?
We ought to take a closer look. We are to retreat, then? Let us defer to the Arisen's judgment.
Right you are. Mayhap you'll think this a trifle, but one master I served was quite the carefree soul, shunning armor in all its forms.
Each to their own.
What's this? We're trapped. Fire! A Cyclops!
A Cyclops. Pray, be on your guard.
Continue our onslaught and the behemoth...
Focused attack will end this foe.
Arisen! Are you alright?
If we're to have any hope of victory, we must employ every tool and tactic at our disposal.
Really? Now?
You have my gratitude, sir. Twould seem I misjudged you. I had taken you for another Force Arisen. Goodness knows we see a lot of them. Yet the value you showed in coming to our aid. Give it to one of the sentinels stationed at the gates to the capital. You're free to make your own way to the capital now. Of course, if you'd rather continue to accompany... Well now. The road's blocked. A powerful current ought to set this rock to crumbling. We could summon one.
Water is spilling through the cracks here. What could be the cause?
place makes my... Should trouble occur, a quiet day is a welcome. Ah, here's the cart now. Do you intend to join us? Very well. Board the ox cart and we'll be...
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
It would allow us to save our strength. Assuming we're not attacked, that is.
Yeah, we're gonna take what we can get. Apparently it's a barrel. Alright, let's see that. I don't know what's in here, but I'm taking it.
Let me get that.
Okay, no barrel.
We're setting out. Jump.
How might I aid you, sir?
Sir,
Okay. Okay.
Goblins! What rotten luck! We've need of your aid again, sir.
God. Just think to get up. Here we go.
I refuse to accept...
Goblins, master!
No means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
I'll try my magic. You might pass the spell more quickly.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Seems we drove them off. You've my thanks for aiding us. Vernworth isn't far from here. Will you join us the rest of the way? All right. Into the ox cart.
I was informed of your coming would be arisen.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest to it. Though I admit I had my doubts at first. It would seem this is no mere deceiver.
This one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one arisen. That arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee.
Yeah, because I put the sword right between the frickin'...
I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch out. beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? In that case, mayhap I ought to explain the situation before we proceed. You, and no other, are the Sovereign, the only legitimate ruler of this kingdom. Some days past, you confronted the dragon in the village of Melv, whereupon you became arisen. The people rejoiced, for our true liege had finally appeared, ending Vermon's long years of council rule. Yet, not all celebrated your coming. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous consul, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the consul's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, Your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct Your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the Sovereign in your stead, a mere puppet. However, with Your Majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion, and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further. Are we clear?
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you? 'Twould seem I am in your debt.
Don't know what you did, dude, but...
In fact,
fuck
there's
that
aught
guy.
I would ask of you if you've the time to spare.
Aha! There you are!
Shit, bro, you should have ran.
Apologies, but our chat will have to wait.
Where is he? Oh, well, I would have. Everybody's here. Everybody's here.
Find myself.
Yeah, you are.
Hmm?
Big ass.
Oh, 'tis you! Thank you again, sir. You don't know how grateful I am to you.
I remember. Swords.
I've all manner of arms for sale. Come.
Yes. But it's strong.
Have yourself a look. Welcome to Bjorn's Armory. You'll find only pieces of the finest quality line, and quality is what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember, misers die early deaths.
Guardian plate would be cool.
Many thanks. I appreciate the business.
I didn't buy anything. Alright.
Not a care in the world.
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray.
What? Somebody there
Oh, Metza. Fancy a gander? Fine wares.
As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. 'Twould be a fine opportunity to display your Majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true arisen then. There is a problem, however. Entry to such an event is limited to the chosen few. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your Majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation in this matter? I thank you, Your Majesty. There are 3 locales that have seen significant trouble of late. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. We've had reports of goblins swarming in great numbers. Next is Half Village, west of Burnworth. I believe soldiers have already been dispatched to cull an infestation of saurians there. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight. They were last seen crossing the second bridge on the eastern edge of Vermont.
There is no shortage of beasts that need culling in this world.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your majesty, you will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Deezer's misdeeds. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels before now. Would that I could undertake the task myself, but my station prohibits me from reckless action. What say you, your majesty? Might I ask this task of you? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray use that time to conduct your investigation. There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one who I have no doubt will lend his support to your majesty's cause. I refer to Waldar, a magistrate. Many a time has Deezer demanded Waldar amend the code of Vermont to her own benefit. And many a time has the magistrate refused her, for he is loyal to none but the spirit of the law. As a result, he now sits in a cell beneath the palace. Our laws dictate that your majesty is our rightful ruler. Thus, as the staunchest supporter of the law known to the palace, I'm quite confident that Waldor will be willing to vouch for your majesty. What say you? Might you be willing to aid me in arranging the magistrate's release? I've prepared a means for you to enter the palace dungeons. This mission demands the utmost secrecy. Prithee be cautious, your majesty. Should you be discovered, I will be unable to lend aught in the way of aid.
How might I be of service, Miss Witchy?
Need anything?
Not a care in the world, just as it should be.
Please. Oh, bones at your
Well met. You are come to Shakir's Inn, a place of respite for the weary traveller. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all Vernworth. Much obliged. I fear I've no wisdom to offer.
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes?
Indeed. Tell us, there's been a shift in the chain of command.
Welcome, good sir. My services lie in the styling of hair and the painting of faces. Should you so desire, I can help you find your truest self. Hope to see you again. Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
Would that all my days were so tranquil.
Have we purchased all that we require? We ought to review the contents of our packs, just to be sure.
Very well. I shall return.
Here we go again.
We fight. To arms.
By your leave.
I grant your weapon a magical beam.
Appreciate that. Oh. Oh, no, that's what it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Battle is best avoided.
When their skulls smashed beyond repair.
That's kind of you. There you are. A well-earned reward.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients. Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
No one can defend themselves when grappled like this.
I see you've been destroyed. Dry off as soon as you can.
One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support.
Though our paths diverge here, it surely won't...
If ever you've need of an ear to listen,
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself. I expect this would fetch a fair sum at market.
A fitting reward for a rigorous search. The risen has been told. Quick, douse the flames! I did my best to match your skill, Master. Methinks we could move this boulder if we work together.
Shall we set it rolling?
Might I be of assistance? Choppers, Master!
Fire will prove effective against this foe.
such a magnificent tapestry of stars.
Indeed, you are correct.
I shall not fail you. Understood. Might I be of assistance?
Yeah, you know you're out of the way. Oh no. Okay.
This looks like trouble.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Okay.
I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
We ought to take a closer look. This seems a decent spot for a campsite.
The road turns perilous after nightfall. 'Twould behoove us to rest here till the morn comes.
Focus your strength, Arisen!
I believe yon foe is drawn to light. We ought to extinguish our lanterns, lest we summon it unwittingly.
We cannot break it from this side.
I understand. 'Tis dark enough to warrant the use of your lantern, Master.
I shall see it done. Might I be of assistance?
Oh, wrong way. Oh. Really? Sure. Alright.
Bones. Walking bones.
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
My curative magics are at your disposal.
No one can defend themselves with rapid.
A flawless execution.
Let us try for the same result with our next attack.
Let me get that.
Get what? Oh. That. Okay. Let's check this out.
shan't let them harm you.
I grant your weapon a magical boon.
Not bad.
I'm merely...
Splendid.
Avoid flame at any cost. You have been doused in oil.
Methinks we could move this boulder if we work together.
Would anyone care to push? Goblins, Master!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Was excellent. I could have done no better.
Focus. The battle continues.
I concur.
Arisen, to me. I shall heal you.
Wait a moment.
I grant your weapon a magical boon.